Hi everyone, I'm Sukini07 and I would like to welcome you to my brand new project, the Anime Grand Prix. What is the Anime Grand Prix? I'd be glad to tell you. The Anime Grand Prix consists of 20 anime characters, 2 from each show, video game, or 2 characters that share something in common to make up that team. They will be racing over 21 races or different boards, since this is actually based on the Formula D board game. I have a computer software that I have used for this, or that I'm going to be using, and I hope that you all will enjoy something a little different other than my video game LPs that I do here on the channel. So, the Anime Grand Prix consists, like I said, of 20 drivers, broken up into 2 groups, Group A, Group B, because I don't want to sit there and put 20 cars on a board that will only hold about 10. So they're broken up into Group A, Group B. The winner of this race, the winner of the races, is the first player to complete 3 laps around the circuit. Now, these are famous circuits that are found through F1. These are the boards that were also in the Formula D game. And some of them are the more famous races, like Silverstone, Albert Park, Montreal, and of course, Monaco. Monaco is going to be a staple of the Anime Grand Prix, slotting in at number 6, where it was last season in F1. 21 races. At the end of the 21st race, the player who has the most points wins, and the team that has the most points win. So just like in F1, the players earn points and the teams earn the combined points of both players. So the team competition is kind of like the constructors. You want to think of it that way. Now, the first player to cross the finish line is indeed in first and all the way down into 10th. So the way the point structure is going to work is something like this. It's going to be first place is 10, second place 8, third place 6, fourth place is 5th, 5th place is 4, finishing in 6th is 3rd, 7th gets you 2 points, 8th place gets you a point, while finishing in either 9th or 10th place earns you nothing for that race. That's how the points work. Now, before each race, to determine how the players will be seated on the grid, I have a modified version of qualifying, but set into the same standard that F1 does. I have a Q1, a Q2, and a Q3. In Q1, all 10 cars participate, so all 10 racers will participate in Q1. The top 7 from Q1 advance into Q2, and from there, the top 5 from Q2 advance into Q3. And through that will determine the position on the grid. So qualifying will not be recorded. I will not be recording qualifying. I'll give you a update, a review, and a screen capture talking about how everyone did in qualifying and giving you the unofficial lineup. The day of the race, when I get to that, will be the official lineup. So any penalties occurred, DNFs in qualifying, if someone finished with a faster time in Q2 than in Q3, there'll be position changes as well on that. So everything I'll go over all that in the start race video. Each race will consist of 3 laps around the circuit, like I said. So the first player to cross is in first. That will determine the order and how they finished in the previous race will determine their qualifying order for the next race, and so on through that. Race 6, like I said, will always be the Monaco Grand Prix. Now, it's the older version of the Monaco Grand Prix, Prix before they added the other part of the chicane coming out of the tunnel. So there'd be that little difference there, but it's still the Monaco track that we all know and love from F1. Now then, more importantly, this is just for fun, so I hope you guys will sit back and enjoy this new project of mine, and I hope I can bring you many anime and video game characters to this as I can. So with that, I'll get into telling you who the teams are, who the racers are, right after this. Alright, now for our driver lineups or competitor lineups and the teams that they will be on throughout these 21 races for this inaugural season. Group A. Start off with Group A here. We have Yoko Kurama and Ari representing Team Kitsune. We have Yu Narakami and Rise Kujikawa for Team P4 or Persona 4. Next, we have Rias Gremery and Issei Hyodo representing Team DXD or Team High School DXD. Sora and Riku representing Team KH or Kingdom Hearts. And we lastly have Joker and Futaba representing Team Persona 5 or P5. Moving on into the drivers competitors for Group B, we have Sakura Kinimoto and Seiran Lee representing Team CCS or Cardcaptor Sakura. Kirito and Asuna representing Team SAO or Sword Art Online. Next up, we have Kazuma and Aqua representing Team NEAT from the anime Konosuba. Taichi and Rin from Team Isekai, and they are from the show Isekai Cheat Magician. And closing out Group B is Masato and Mamako from the anime Do You Love Your Mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks representing Team RPG. Those are our 20 racers broken up into Group A and Group B. And I'll get to doing the qualifying, and I'll have everything posted, how everyone placed in unofficial, coming up in a update video coming up soon. So until then, I hope you guys will enjoy this. Until then, take care everyone. I'm Sukune007. Until then, take care. Bye bye.